Merry meet everybody and greetings. Welcome to this video. So this is a different sort of pick-a-pile reading. It's actually pick-a-card reading, and the topic today is going to be seasons, greetings, and holiday wishes and messages from your spirit guides. So I have 7 cards here for you to choose from. I'm actually not going to use any tarot or oracle cards. I am going to use some chimes. I was going to put them right in the cards, but then I realized that some of them may want to come out multiple times. So I'm going to use my snowflake bowl here for your chimes. And there will be a timestamp, so you can use that. Please pause the video if you need to. Pick your card. You can pick more than one, I suppose, if you feel drawn to. I'm going to call this one over here pile 1. Card, no envelope, little bunny on it. This one here, number 2. This one, number 3. The green envelope would be number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And back here will be number 7. So go ahead and choose the one that you're immediately drawn to, or pause the video, do a little meditating. However you want to choose your card, go for it, and then use the timestamp to skip ahead. So let me try to keep these in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those of you who chose card number 1, this is yours, your messages. So here's the card. And it says, the joy of Christmas is everywhere. I'm going to actually go ahead and do the chimes before I get into the letter from your spirit guides. Okay. We have the number 7 here popping up, so that could have some significance for you. I'm not sure what that means. I am getting that it could be referring to 7 different spirit guides. Could also be a lucky number for you. Could be talking about the 7 main chakras as well. These are the messages I'm coming up with. Okay. Could be 7 p.m., 7 a.m. Let's just see what we have here. Remember, keepsake. Yeah, you do have angel spirit guides for sure. Some angel spirit guides. Silver wing here. Alright, let's see what it says. On the inside of the card it says, wishing you all the timeless treasures of Christmas, the warmth of home, the love of family, and the company of good friends. And your letter says, dearest, season's greetings to you for sure, but greetings anytime, all times, for we do not abandon you. You are never alone, without guides. Sometimes guides leave and are replaced. You have guides that will be with you all through this life and have been since birth. We are you, a part of you. We are one. Thank you for listening to us. Yes, we listen to you. The magic and blessings you can feel this season are true and solid and unique and transcend time. That is not limited to a time of year, though. Each season has its unique flavor. You will transform and grow much this new decade. Fears are resistance, and you can always turn to us. We love you and know you in ways you do not know yourself consciously. Much love, hugs, and joy. It can all be okay. We can all drive our own life. You are in control. Okay. You have a mental note to contemplate here. We have the pink broom. I do feel like maybe some of you are spiritual already. Maybe some of you are consider yourself pagan or Wiccan. And there may be some feminine spirit guides or even deities that you work with around home and hearth or connected into purification. But I'm getting the energy of like purification through gentleness, through love, through affection, sweeping away negativity. We have remember, sweeping away like the debris of the past year or two. I'm feeling that. Keepsakes, remember. I feel like some of you too, maybe you had imaginary friends as a child or something. This is actually a spirit guide that's been with you your whole life, really been with you your whole life, and they're letting you know that you can reconnect with them, and they're asking if you remember them, if you want to do that. Through contemplation, through stilling the mind, through that clutter clearing with love and affection and that gentleness, that energy of the gentle affection. There's also guides helping you with your coin, helping you with money. You may have specific spirit guides that, or angels, I mean, they're spirit guides too, that are there to help you with this particular part of your life. So you may wish to investigate that more. I do feel also that there's at least one new spirit guide coming in for you this winter. They may be a temporary spirit guide helping with the transition from one decade to another, from one year to another, helping you with this season. Okay. But I'm also getting an energy of like joy and abundance making the most of the winter, and they will help you. If that is one of your goals, they will help you to do that. If you ask them, they're on board and excited about it. Again, you do have angel help here. This could be referring to a guardian angel. But yeah, I feel like the angelic realm is definitely present in a part of you when you connect with that, or will be perhaps in the future. Okay, so I'm going to move on to card 2 now. Take care, be well. Okay, those of you who chose card 2, you're looking at the cover of your card. I'm just going to put the chimes for card 1 back in here. There we go. And get into your messages. I'm going to actually do the chimes first. I'm going to get them out already. Okay. Interesting. We have the letter T here. Could have some personal significance for you. You may have already connected with some of your spirit guides, or you may be doing so soon, and that letter T might have some significance. Maybe that's what they give you as a name to refer to them as. It begins with T. I do also feel like this could be an animal spirit guide for some of you, like a tiger, something like that. Holidays, remember, cherish. Okay. I do feel the message of remembering to cherish the young, okay, because we have the doll here. Remembering to cherish your inner child, but also remembering to cherish this time over the holidays, and remembering to cherish yourself and everything and everyone in your life, abundance you have. Also that you are cherished and remembered, like your spirit guides don't abandon you. They're with you. There is this sense of innocence here. I do feel like some of you maybe have a spirit guide that your inner child is definitely coming through, but also you may, and some of you, if you have children, you may have a spirit guide that you share with your children. Like there may be a spirit guide that's shared with one of your children. But I feel like there's an element of innocence here. I'm going to get into the card. Okay, so on the front of the card it says, Ancient Spirits Sing. Voices carry blessings of Grandmother Moon. May the miracle of nature fill your heart with peace. And your letter reads, Dearest one, hello. We are honored and joyed that you have chosen to watch this video and wish to hear from us. We send love and happy tidings for your holidays and always. We are here to help and assist you when needed and desired. This year coming will certainly be different than last year, and we want you to know we are one. We recognize ourselves as a part of you and will be along with you for the ride. We value our sacred connection and do our part in other dimensions to assist in this life. Sorry, my handwriting, because I was channeling it, my handwriting is kind of sloppy. Sometimes you block us out. You are given this freedom, and it helps to ask for our help when you want it. We look forward to continued experiences with you. The information, how to reach us and interact with us lies within your DNA and soul code. Sometimes external projections will and have showed up showing you opportunities. Your intuition is your compass. Some of us dance and sing in admiration and appreciation. However you live out the holidays, deeper truths can be uncovered from your world within, and we send you tons of love now. Best regards, us. Okay. I feel like some of you maybe really connect with your spirit guides best at night. Okay, we have some indications of that here with the chimes and the card. Night when it's dark outside. There's also a really strong connection to Mother Nature and being out in nature. I feel like you have a strong connection to nature, your spirit. You're sort of a nature spirit. And connecting with nature and getting outside and being in nature helps you to kind of cleanse off some of the, here we have the sage wand as well. Some of the like 3D, 4D mental stuff that might block your higher self and your spirit guides from communicating with you and allow there to be a bridge and open communication and for you to hear them more clearly. Okay. I'm also getting the message if you want to, if you want more clarity, purity in your life, cleansing. There's a message here about doing like a house cleansing and perhaps blessing for the new year, for the new decade. You have yourself too, your personal aura, like cleansing away negative buildup and freeing yourself from that. Your spirit guides are definitely asking you about your wishes. What are your wishes? And wanting you to sort of clarify that and kind of wish upon a star or ask for help from them with your wishes, make your wishes known and clear. Some of you are star seeds too, and you do have spirit guides from other planets, other dimensions, celestial help for sure, and spirit guides of a celestial nature, but also from, like earth realm. I'm picking up on fairies. Remember, cherish, holidays. There's a very nourishing energy here too, like a very protective, nourishing, sort of mothering or grandmothering sort of energy. So you definitely have like protective guides that can protect you if you ask them to, and help you with your own ability to be nurturing and protective of yourself, of your inner child, of those who are more vulnerable than you as needed. You have to just ask. Okay. We do have the mental note, eventually forget. We have remember and eventually forget. Your spirit guides are not forgetting you. I do feel like maybe there are some things that you would like to forget, you would like to release from your energy field eventually and move, kind of be like free of it, be refreshed of it, have like a clean slate, purify yourself in some way, shape, or form. I do feel like that's possible. We have an X here. That could have personal meaning and significance for you. Of course, any of this could. But I feel like this is also about like discovery and finding something and getting to certain destination. Okay. So again, the message here is really being highlighted about how they are here to assist you and help you if you want it, if you ask for it, and if you do what you need to do to receive their messages. Sometimes the messages can't get through if you're in too much of a tantrum mode or too your energy's too dense. So there's a need to sort of like clean, refresh, purify, cleanse, and lighten up your energy to more to their level. And connect with your spirituality for them to get through sometimes. You definitely have an energy here of purification and renewal coming with the holidays. Okay, I also feel like there's a message here about remembering how to do something because you know that you have the answers within you and you've done it before, either in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, and you can find the solution. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it, wrapping up your messages. I do feel like that you have a very old soul as well, though, and some ancient spirit guides who may have even been with you in other lives. Okay, so very deep stuff, very deep stuff. Strong watermelon. I don't know why I said that, but strong water element energy here. So you may be a water sign. You may not, but you may be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces as well. Alright, so thank you, take care, be well. I'm going to move on to card number 3 now. Okay, card number 3, those of you who chose this card, I'm going to get to your messages in just a moment. I just want to actually get some of the chimes, get the chimes out first. A lot of them wanting to come out. There we go. Alright. Alright, we have a bunny. I do feel like you have a bunny spirit guide. You may also be a rabbit in Chinese astrology even. But yeah, one of your spirit guides is a bunny. You have a bunny spirit guide here. Sending you hugs. That's cute. Bat. Some of you might have a bat spirit guide too. Dragon spirit guide. Elephant spirit guide. There may also be like a significance or a mention of your birthday coming up for some reason. Read the messages in the card and see if there's clarity about that. If you've been feeling really down on yourself, okay, regardless of how you're feeling, I do get the message that your birth and your existence, your lifetime, is a gift and a blessing. Your spirit guides, they are parts of you. They're connected to you to the point that they are actually a part of you. And they're on different dimensions, but they experience certain things through you as well. And I feel like they want you to know that this life is a blessing. There also might be something about connecting with your personal chart, astrological chart here. Chinese astrology, Western astrology, I'm not sure. Let's look at the card. Okay, so this is your card. It says peace. There's a Bible phrase here, so if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. It takes a few minutes, just, I don't know. It's not the whole message by any means, but here we go. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And it's Luke 2.8. Wishing you the peace of Christmas, and may your new year shine with possibility. And your letter. Okay, your letter is folded up really interestingly. There may be some significance to that. I am picking up on past lives and like having been different races, having perhaps been Native American, having perhaps been Asian at some point, just different lives here with a couple symbols symbolizing Asia. Okay, bluebird of happiness, bluebird showing up as a spirit guide. Alright, so here's your letter. It says, Dear one, welcome to a new year and a new decade. Happy, joyous wrap-up of the past with holiday celebration. We know some things have been difficult, but we urge you to set your will to release the past, pain, and struggles as you come forward into new energies, to stand in your power and receive the blessings coming to you with minimal resistance and maximum mindfulness. Time is not such a reality as you might think. Time is very mutable and kind of an illusion in our dimensions. However, sometimes we can vicariously understand your perception of time. Some of us, your guides, have been with you your whole life. Some of us stay with you only through phases of your life. Some of us will be giving you more distance and leaving you this year, and new guides will be coming in. You can connect with us, learn about us, and get to know us more if you choose. We offer the assistance we can from our dimensions, and do and can work for you on your behalf, handling things in other dimensions as you handle things on the 3D and 4D earth plane. We think of us all as a team. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll look at your chimes a little deeper now. There's definitely a strong message and wish for you of peace over the holiday season and wrapping up the new year. Peace for, Yule, winter solstice, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Peace for Christmas. And, wrapping up the past year, the past decade. And then a wish for your new year to shine with possibility. You have a message of a hug from your spirit guides. It says a little hug, a little angel with a hug for you, giving love and comfort the whole year through. You're not alone when this angel is near, reminding you that you're special and very dear. I do also feel like you have angelic help and support from the angelic realms. You have spirit guides there. You do have gifts and things to celebrate coming to you very soon, all the time, really. But I feel like you are going to have something perhaps major to celebrate at the end of this year or the beginning of the new decade here in the new year. And there's a message from your guides about trying to step into that abundance and feeling of joy and celebration and appreciation, just trying to step into that already, and that you can stay there. You can stay there. You have the laughing Buddha here as well. So this is about, having sort of an enlightened perspective, deep, hearty laughs, very joyous energy, seeing the humor in things. I do feel like your ancestors are spirit guides for you as well. Where do we want to go here? We have a flower. We have Frankenstein, snowman. So there may be some spirit guides that are only going to be with you for like the rest of the winter, or maybe leaving and a new spirit guide coming in this winter. I also feel like there's a message about what do you want to receive this winter, because there are gifts sort of due to you, or that the universe and your spirit guides are wanting to offer you. So it helps if you have clarity about what that is, what it is you'd like. I do feel like some of them there may be some surprises anyway, but I also feel like there's an element of building yourself too, like creating what you want, and asking for what you want. You may already have a sort of blueprint of it. It's cute. Some of you may be Scorpios or have Scorpio or Pisces energy, some sort of connection into the underworld, okay? Because you actually have some spirit guides, not like, I don't know if it's really a lot of them, but just a little bit of energy I'm picking up on. Some spirit guides where some people would consider them demons or monsters, but you actually are evolved enough on a soul level. Like I said, I think you have an old soul. You've had a number of lifetimes here on Earth and probably in other places as well. You have the ability to see things from various perspectives, spiritual perspectives, and you have these sort of lower entity spirit guides now because they're evolving themselves, and you're actually kind of helping them evolve from a lower place, you and the rest of your spirit guides, okay, and angels, and from the angelic realm, and it's okay. They're good. They're a little bit mischievous. They make mistakes sometimes. Sometimes they bring chaos and negativity into your life, but you're able to transcend it and actually really grow and learn a lot from it and turn it into a gift. All right. So perhaps some of you are looking for guidance in keeping them in check, or their role in your life is going to change because you want a little less turbulence this year. Okay. You're changing gears. You're moving into being able to embrace these possibilities. And what is it saying here? Yeah, some things have been difficult in this past year. But you're releasing that. You're releasing the pain and the struggles. You're moving forward into new energies and standing in your power to receive blessings. Okay. You have this showing up. It says you are amazing because, and I think this might be like a suggested sort of written exercise for you to do for yourself to help bring some more positivity into your life and just give yourself a gift of recognition and appreciating your own worth and value, raising your vibration. You just write that at the top of a page, I am amazing because, and just fill the page, fill it back and front with reasons that you are amazing. Okay. You could also, get additional readings on spirit guides, open communications with them, do meditations, ask them why they love you and value you. There's like all different possibilities there, but I definitely got the written exercise thing showing up pretty strongly. Okay, and you got a lot of animal spirit guides showing up. Well, a few anyway. I do feel like so far, yours is the third one. So far, the animal spirit guides are presenting themselves like up front for your reading and have not done that for anybody else's yet. So I think, the animal spirit guides are of significance to you. You may have a special affinity with animals in the 3D, 4D as well. And you have some nature spirits. You feel like nature spirits. Maybe fae, like fairy spirit guides, but some nature spirit guides for sure. And not just animal spirit guides, but like there's some mythical creatures here, dragon. Do you feel like it could be the fae, brownies? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is, but I feel like you connect with them more through nature, and some of your spirit guides you connect a lot more with in the summer and the springtime than you do in the winter. But you could perhaps like bring in flowers or signs of spring, things like this, to and set the intent and meditate to connect with those spirit guides even during this time of year. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing a lot of joy, laughter, love, happiness, peace coming through. There's affection, sure. I'm going to read the Bluebird of Happiness message now. It says, this little bluebird is special, so cheery and merry too. He's here for just one reason, to bring happiness to you. Just keep him close or carry him. Enjoy each and every day. This little bluebird of happiness will bring smiles along the way. That's by A.S. Waldrop. So some of you may have a bluebird as a spirit guide, and that bluebird may be in charge of helping you to manifest more happiness in your life. So you could check in with that. See if that resonates for you. I did that one. We have Good Luck Elephant. It says, when a little good luck simply won't quite do, this lucky elephant charm brings a ton of good luck to you. With a rainbow of colors symbolizing joy and happiness, you'll see good luck will follow each time you make your wish. A.S. Waldrop. So there is definitely an element here about getting clear about your wishes as well, raising your vibration and your awareness about your own value, looking at how you are awesome, bringing in more peace to your life. There's some spirit guides showing up, like specifically, but I definitely feel like you have a lot more of them. There's an element of mystery, okay, spiritual truth, evolution, being unlimited here, being able to fly. This could talk about astral travel for some of you, spiritual quests. And I'm also picking up on the fact that for some of you, like at least some of your guides or some of the time, the night is very powerful. When the sun has gone down and it's dark, it may be easier to connect with your spirit guides. You may be able to do so in ways that you can't at other times. Okay, so there's that message here about connecting with your spirit guides at night. Also in your dreams, some of your spirit guides may be giving you messages through your dreams, especially in the winter, especially around the winter solstice. So it's a really good time to have a dream journal handy. I feel like there's an element here of creating your life and your reality and creating it to be something beautiful, okay? And also knowing that you really do have a lot of help. Like you guys, I feel like you created a plan for your life. And if this doesn't resonate for you, this isn't your belief system, it doesn't have to be. You know, I may not be talking to you, I may be talking to somebody else to pick the pile with this specific part of it, but I feel like with the Frankenstein showing up, there's a message here about how you created a blueprint for your life with your spirit guides in higher realms before you came down to this body, this incarnation, before you were born. And you continue to create in the present moment. But you really do have a whole network of spirit guides that do things on your behalf, that will do things on your behalf, that do things with you. And you can delegate certain things to them. They're of your own creation. And when things go haywire, come back to a place of peace and serenity and cleanse your energy. And ask for healing. Okay. All right, pile 3. I am now going to move on to pile 4, or card 4, rather. I do want to mention, though, that laughing Buddha is very strong for some reason. The energies of this, I mean, it's very powerful energy and it's very strong anyway to me, but there is something really highlighting this, really like pulling me to this chime, and I'm not sure what it is. Okay. All right. Take care. Be well. All right. Card 4. Those of you who chose card number 4, the green envelope, is going to be your reading. I'm going to take just a second to get some chimes in the snowflake bowl. Okay. That's your card. There's joy on it. Compassion will make you beautiful. There's the letter S. That might have personal meaning and significance to you. Joy, cherish, dove. Okay. Let me go ahead and read the card and the letter. It says, wishing you a fun and festive holiday season and a very happy new year. Dearest divine being, we, your spirit guides, do our best to support and interact with you. Your free will and abilities in human incarnation have an influence over when and how we can help communicate and interact with you. Thank you for opening your heart to receive our messages now. It is always sacred time, but the holiday season has a special significance and sacredness to it. And there is much available to you to explore, experience, and learn if you so choose, both within and without now. Are you paying attention? Are you tuned in to receive, to discover? Do you still remember magic? We know you do, but are you also holding some at bay, blocking some from your conscious awareness? We are here with you, and together we can expand, create, feel, and experience miracles. This winter is a lovely time to learn more about us. May peace and love and joy be with you and fill you. You are free. So there's a message about how you're not alone. You're walking there. You're walking with your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are walking along with you. This also might be a message about something that you will see something when you go out on a walk somewhere, when you're walking somewhere. Some sort of sign, synchronicity, sort of message from your spirit guides, letting you know that they're there. Maybe something else, might be pointing you in a certain direction. I feel like this is about walking your path as well in life, and sort of like walking into new energies and walking through dimensions, like traveling through the dimensions. We have Spock here. I do feel like you have your star seeds. Some of you are star seeds. You have some extraterrestrial connections, some celestial spirit guides, help from other star systems. You have visited other star systems in the past as well as a star seed. Right, we have cherish, we have earplugs here. So yeah, they are bringing up the point that you sometimes block them out. And I feel like they're kind of asking, like, why? Are you, like, some of them know why from their dimension, but you might be feeling like why, and they're saying you don't have to. You don't have to. They're taking, the earplugs can be taken out. Okay, and communication can be opened between you and your spirit guides. They're willing to grant you interviews, answer your questions, get to know you better through meditation, through readings, through signs, different things like this. I'm also picking up on the energy of the 12th house, the house of Pisces, your feet. So some of you might have something going on there. There's a chime stuck inside this shoe. I'm going to get out. Okay. Let's see what this is. Music. Music. Okay. So I feel like there's a sense of unity and connection through the harmony of music, through tones, sound. There's a certain rhythm that guides you and your guides on your journey. Tells you where to go, how fast to go, pace to go. Some of you, you might be listening to music at this time when that sign shows up, because I do feel like some of you are going to get there's a very specific message here about you're going to get a sign. Perhaps you'll be listening to music, and you're going on a walk somewhere, or it might be related to music. Okay, we have a couple letters here. We have the letter I. We have the letter S. Okay, so together we have the word is. What is? We also have C in Spanish, right? S-I-C, meaning yes. We have a dove, a white dove, so symbol of purity, of really profound love, spirituality. Some of you may have a dove spirit guide. You could look further into that. I also feel like this is in part coming from the angelic realm. You do have spirit guides in the angelic realm and a connection to the angelic realm that is, I think, opening up more right now. It's kind of expanding where it may have been closed off. And I'm not sure if that's because of the time of the year or it's a personal expansion and you're going to keep it open that way throughout the year and going forth. I'm really not sure, but there is a message here about dove as a potential spirit guide for some of you to look into that. And then there's also messages from your angels. You have angelic spirit guides as well. Joy is such a huge thing, and I feel like maybe some of your guides could connect with you a little bit better through joy, or they're just, they are telling you, like you are loved and cherished, and you deserve joy, and joy is a very powerful, important vibrational frequency for you to get on board with. We have a jack-o'-lantern as well. So for some of you, there could be some connection to the month of October, September, even November. This is also a symbol of prosperity, abundance. You could look into the symbolism of pumpkins and perhaps find some additional messages as well. Compassion will make you beautiful. Definitely a 12th house energy here. Some of you might be Pisces yourself. Could be talking about nourishing yourself well also in order to raise your vibrations if you want increased messages and to like further open the gates with your spirit guides, the lines of communication with them. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm really picking up sort of a pay attention to me energy off this pumpkin. There may be some like spirit guides that are a little bit mischievous, sort of connected into the underworld a little bit. You might think of them as demons, but they're not. They're with you for a reason, or they were with you for a reason, and they're part of life lessons. I mean, maybe they are, but they're not like pure evil or anything. They're just a little bit like mischievous, or they sometimes perhaps cause a little bit of like havoc in your life, wreak a little bit of havoc in your life, or bring up a little bit of negativity in order to catalyst you into growth, expansion, learning. I do pick up off from this too that there's sort of like a majestic, magical. It's from like the mystical, magical realm where like unicorns and dragons are, but there's you have at least one spirit guide there that's coming up, wishing you happy holidays. There's an element of enchantment, like intrigue, enchantment, mystery around this guide and their realm, or where they dwell, where they're like putting a crystal saying like this is my anchor point. And I'm not sure much more about them, what the details are, but I do feel like you may have played with them as a child. Okay. Like your imaginary friends. Like that. So anyway, definitely a lot of joy being wished for your holiday season from your guides. I hope you enjoyed your message. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye. Okay. Those of you who chose card number 5, this is for you. I'm going to get the chimes and the bowl. And open your card. Okay. Is that really all that wants to come out? I'm going to do a little more. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. The number 12 and now the number 13 comes up with my dice. Okay. This is very symbolic of this year. This was a 3 universal year. I mean, it added to 12 first, and then we in numerology, we would add the 1 to the 2 to bring it to 3. Okay, and moving forward, this next year is going to be, I'm not sure. At the moment, I have a head cold. It's not coming to me, but I do feel like this, in part, has to do with talking about perhaps the month of December, talking about moving from this year and the end of the year, and also wrapping up like a larger phase, the decade, and moving into beyond. Okay, because it went to 13, moving to beyond. Okay, 12 can also be talking about the 12th house, the house of Pisces, can be talking about fullness, completion, and moving into something new after that, or even expanding what you thought was complete. I'm going to take a look at your card first. So here's what your card looks like on the outside. And it says, wishing you a holiday season filled with peace and happiness. Your letter is folded up in a really interesting way. It kind of reminds me of a sailor's hat, a boat maybe. The square is coming up. For some reason, the shape of a square is being brought to my attention and has some sort of significance. Okay, we have the letter Y. We have turtle. You definitely have a turtle spirit guide. Guys, you have 2 turtles showing up here. We also have penguin. I feel like you have a penguin spirit guide. You have the angel wing. So you have angelic help. You have angels as spirit guides. Spider. You may have spider spirit guides as well. Yin Yang shows up. Okay. Laughing Buddha, apple, and a Frankenstein still in the bowl. So I'm going to read your letter to you now. So it says, never to fear, never to phase. Time passes in your realm, minutes, hours, years, days. But beyond time, there are loving truths to find too, in poetry, in art, in a feeling deep inside you, in this magical old and new, in things magical old and new. Happy end of year, happy beginning of year 2, happiness within, happiness without. We send tidings for happiness and more. To connect with us, all you ever have to do is open the door. Sorry about that. Coughing, guys. Okay. Wow. That's neat. So your spirit guides wrote you a poem. They didn't address it. This is the first poem. I think it's the only poem in here, actually. Instead of writing a letter, dear, however they wanted to address you, they wanted to communicate to you through a poem. And, you know, it's talking about poetry in here and art, right? Magical things, old and new. And then we also had the 12th house showing up. And the 12th house is the sign of poetry, art. It's one of the houses associated with art. So there's definite significance to that. Huge significance. And connection to the ocean coming through. The 12th house, the turtles. Yeah. Something to do with the ocean and connecting to the ocean. You may have had past lives. You may have mermaid spirit guides as well. Or, spirit guides that are within the ocean. Or yeah. within the ocean, around the ocean, could be hovering above the ocean in the air. But yeah, I'm picking that up. I'm definitely picking that up. Okay. You have the laughing Buddha. You have an apple. You have Frankenstein. And you have a yin yang. So the yin yang talks about balance, talks about harmony, talks about unification, cooperation, collaboration. It talks about the feminine and the masculine principles, and how there's always a little bit of good in the worst of situations and a little bit of bad in the best of situations, or like negativity. There's always, they're telling me kind of like that I'm wrong as I'm saying that, because it's really hard to translate it into our language. Using the terms good and bad it's not a very good translation, but there's always that like speck of darkness or black in the white to show contrast, and always that like speck of white in the darkness of black to show contrast. Okay, and I feel like that message, remembering that just needed to be said for some reason. It could be past stuff that you're trying to integrate, or it could be something that you will remember that'll come back to you in the future at a useful time. I do feel the message of like healthy nourishment coming off from this apple. I'm also feeling the energies of certain goddesses, certain deities connected with this apple. You could look into the magical, metaphysical properties of apple and maybe get some additional insights or information. Okay. They are telling me that you have starseed connections, that you do have extraterrestrial, celestial spirit guides. There's sort of, they're found within, and the way that you connect with them would be within. But they don't want to bother you when the timing's not right. Like, I think it's something that you have to be in a certain vibrational frequency for. You have to be balanced well enough to connect with them, place the intent, and kind of the timing be right on in your world, and perhaps in other dimensions and worlds, to connect with that and get more information about that. But I am getting the message that that those connections, the answers, the ability to connect with them lies within. And what do we have here? There's definitely transition going on, okay? And I feel like maybe you have some guides that will be with you temporarily coming in. I feel like maybe you kind of in a process right now of attracting some new spirit guides and or releasing some spirit guides temporarily or permanently, because there's a transition. This is such a transition going into the new decade. Just picking that up, because the spider too, it has 8 legs, so it can sometimes talk about the 8th house in astrology, which is the house of Scorpio, of transformation, of life, death, rebirth, that cycle, deep spiritual truths. And our spider is purple, which has to do with royalty and spirituality, and the higher chakras, the crown chakra and third eye chakra. So I do feel like it's maybe important to nourish yourself while you're going through this transition. That's a message from your spirit guides. And also, especially if you're trying to communicate with these spirit guides that are extraterrestrial, of other planets, other star systems, your strength, that nourish yourself well. And you know, that kind of counts for some of the angelic help too, the higher dimensions. Yeah, there is a message about weaving things together, creating things, inventing things, building things, and how you're all one and you're doing it together with your spirit guides. And it's not something that you have to take super, super seriously. You could have fun with it. You can be artistic, be poetic. You don't have to take everything so literally. Laugh, joy, fun, very powerful. You may also have a connection to, okay, so the ancestors. Yep, your ancestors are looking over you. And you do have some spirit guides that are coming through as loved ones who have crossed over, who are now deceased. But more than that, I feel like you have like ascended masters as spirit guides, like Buddha. Yes, like Jesus. Some of you, I needed to say that. Okay. And the turtle spirit guide is really being highlighted here. I feel almost like it might want a private reading with you, or you know, like a private interview if you want to do a meditation and ask questions, that kind of thing. Talks about ancient wisdom also. The red turtle to me speaks of ancient wisdom, practicality, very grounded, earthy energy. Yeah, you do have some very grounded, some earthy spirits, like Middle Earth, perhaps, spirits. You want to be careful. Just take good care of your body, your physical body, and your energy if you're trying to connect with them. And avoid getting too hasty or impatient or needing things to make logical sense, because they're not always going to. Sometimes they're going to communicate to you through music, through art, through poetry. And there is something here about like a gateway or an unknown portal or something that could be unlocked moving forward. They want you to be ready and prepared so it doesn't cause you so much trauma or like suffering, sickness, ailments. It doesn't shake you up or deplete you too much in your physical body. And the letter Y, I'm not sure what that's about. That could be like the name of one of your spirit guides that it's given you. Could be asking a question, why, waiting to receive answers. It might be something that you understand or that you will understand in the future. Or not, just don't worry about it. Could also be the question why, right? Asking the question why something is going on and then waiting to receive your answer. So yeah, I want you to have peace and happiness. I'm going to move on to the next pile now, or the next card. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please take care and be well. Alright, card 6. Those of you who chose this beautiful card, I'm going to do your messages in just a moment. I just want to mix my chimes up again and get some chimes in the bowl for you first. I was just looking at the time. I can't believe I've been recording this long. It's amazing. Alright. Pile 6 chimes, or card 6 chimes that we have. Okay. Outside of the... Do you have any more? Okay. So on the back of your card, I want to show you have this beautiful believe message. And your card says, in the joy and wonder of Christmas time. Believe in the joy and wonder of Christmas time. And I'm going to read your letter. It says, dearest you, holiday spirit is a magnificent, marvelous thing of much magic. You know this at a core level within your soul. It has been quite a year. I apologize. I channeled the messages, so my handwriting is very sloppy. And it's a little hard for me to read it. Dearest you, holiday spirit is a magnificent, marvelous thing of much magic. You know this at a core level within your soul. It has been quite a year, quite a decade, and there's so much more to come. We playfully say hello to you as this season dances in to let you know our presence, and we want you to know and be told of your importance and worth today. You are here on earth for reasons and purpose at this time. We too are your guides at this time for purpose and reasons. The magic, our connection, and your bright infinite soul are all around and within to be seen and felt. So what experiences shall we have? I like it. All right. We have the number 13 showing up. You might want to look into that. Numerology, that could have specific personal meaning for you. Could show up as a synchronicity later on, trying to grab your attention. Like, you know, you get to the 13th page in a book and you hear a noise. You know, your spirit guides are trying to draw your, pay attention. Or it could be talking about the 13th of December, the 13th of January. But 13 is a really interesting number. You could look into it. In numerology, it would break down to 4, and I think 2020. Yeah, 2020 is going to be a 4 universal year. So I do feel like this is talking about the year 2020 in part as well. Okay, we have some earplugs. Eventually forget. Sage. So there may be some negativity or darkness or things that have been bogging you down, trauma, things like that you would like to eventually forget, okay? And your spirit guides have heard you and they're saying, okay, we'll do what we can to help you out with this situation. Can you please do things on your level too? Like maybe actually get some sage, do some clutter clearing, do a purify, cleanse your home. It's a cool thing to do for the end of the year anyway. We're bringing in a new decade to just kind of do some space clearing on an energetic level as well as, you know, physical organization level. And you could, you know, sage yourself too. Make an effort to cleanse yourself as well. I do feel like maybe something that you're clinging or holding on to, you will eventually forget. There's that message there. Or it won't be so heavy for you. But if you're worried about something eventually being forgotten, I don't think that's really the case. You have fear about it. We have the earplugs. So there is a need to sort of bring in silence to connect with your guides sometimes. Get into a meditative state. Bring silence and tranquility and peace to travel through the dimensions and meet them and receive messages. Some of you may have been blocking out messages from your higher self, your spirit guides, and you don't have to. You have penguin showing up as a spirit guide. You have dragonfly showing up as a spirit guide. Definitely feel like you have other spirit guides, but these are the ones that want to just show themselves specifically that way. I also feel like there might be some sort of significance to the beginning of February. Okay, the goddess Bridget, having to do with heart, home and heart and cleansing and purification. Something about the month of February, particularly the first part of February, even like the end of January as well. Okay, if you had a yes or no question you wanted to ask your guides, the answer may be yes, because we're getting the yes, sweethearts chime showing up. We have celery. Celery is a very interesting food because it may be the only one. It's definitely one of few that it's said that you burn more calories chewing it and eating it than it gives you. So I do feel like this is maybe a shift in your energy, or like in energies around you, something unexpected, unfamiliar energies sort of moving in the opposite direction as they usually do. I don't know. What am I picking up on with that? Well, I'll show you the other thing that came up is a mental note to remember. And this was outside of the snowflake bowl. Okay. So I do feel like maybe something from the past or something that you've been trying to remember that you can't remember, or something that your guides want you to remember. They're letting you know that you will, but probably after winter. This is also talking about nourishment, okay? Feeding yourself healthy food, keeping your energy healthy. They could be also talking about weight loss for those of you who have like New Year's resolutions or goals, you're wanting to lose weight. Yeah, your spirit guides can help you and are more than willing to help you. So we have a message from Dragonfly here. It says, the Dragonfly charm. This very little dragonfly will bring lightness into your day. It will help bring you joy as you travel along life's way. This dragonfly reminds you to be strong and courageous too. Keep a positive attitude in all that you do. Okay. So there definitely is a message here about how in order to connect with your spirit guides, some of them especially, and like to its fullest potential, right? You have to lighten your load. When you're really in your mind, things are weighing on you, burdening you emotionally, mentally. Could even be physically with weight for some of you. Or you're listening to negativity from others too, that kind of thing. Your spirit guides, you're further away from some of their dimensions. Okay, so in order to talk to some of your spirit guides who are in higher dimensions, you have to lighten your vibration, your moods, your mind. You have to release the heaviness and the burdens, and make a decision to lighten your vibration. Alright, so that message is there for you also. This is going to wrap up your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and be well. Bye. So those of you who chose card number 7, we're going to get into opening that card and into your messages in just a moment. I'm just going to put card 6's chimes back in, and shake up the bag a little bit and get your chimes in the dish. And we'll open the card. All right. Chimes, please, for 7. Number 7. You have a lot of them wanting to come out. Okay. I have to show you this. This is how it looks with your letter inside here. So this is really interesting to me. This looks like a house. Okay. So for those of you who have something going on with your household situation, you want to move houses, right? Fly to another location, fly to a new home, something like that. It's being brought up in a really creative, artistic, pretty way here. I do feel like you may be moving forward with that. You've been heard, okay, and your guides may be able to assist you. Here we go. See, this is neat. Some of them were folded in cool and interesting ways like this. Some of them were not, but I don't know if you can see it, the writing or not, but it says here we go, and now it's like an arrow or a torpedo. So there's forward movement. It says, wishing you a beautiful holiday season. I'm very excited to get into your letter, but I do want to just take a look at some of these chimes first. Yeah, here we have prosperity, abundance, happiness. This also, to me, connects into the month of August. Connects into the goddess, some goddesses, you know, really of like the field, the god Lu. Oh, yes. You guys are star seeds, I think. You're star seeds. You definitely have. We have Spock here. We have the pyramid here. You definitely have some spirit guides that are from other dimensions, other planets, other star systems. What we would call extraterrestrials, perhaps. Spirit. You also have spirit guides from spirit guides of those who were living in our dimension in the physical and no longer are, who have crossed over. These may be departed loved ones. They may be your ancestors from long ago that you have never met. But I do feel like you have sort of ghosts. I'm not sure. Do we have the angel wing? For some reason, it's showing itself as spirit. Okay, spirit realm, spirit too. But yeah. In case you were wondering, yes, your departed loved ones look after you. Yes, your ancestors from long ago are looking after you. Some of them have chosen to be spirit guides for you, temporarily, long term. I usually forget. Penguin. Almost everybody got penguin showing up as a spirit guide in this reading. I'm not sure what that's about. It's very interesting. I think maybe because of the time of year and the transition, moving into new year, moving into this new decade, penguin as a spirit guide is very predominant. Or it's around. I think for some it's temporary. For some you may have a penguin like totem spirit animal. Okay. But you can learn more about this, do Google searches, learn more about it, do meditation, get a reading if you'd like, because it's just so interesting to have that come up so often. We have the number 3, with the dice. Okay. And 3, it is talking about, in part, I think, fire energy, forward movement, but also it can be talking about this past year, because this past year was a 3 universal year, and it may have additional significance as well. I have to sneeze. I'm sorry. Hopefully I'm done. I'm glad you're the last pile. I have a cold. Alright, there's more chimes. A lot wanted to come out for yours, but I want to read the letter. It says, Dearest, many kind words to paint you a beautiful picture of our season's greetings to you we wish to extend as our introduction. You are far more wonderful and of value than you sometimes are consciously aware of on this earth plane, and it is blessed that we have come through another year together. Your presence on earth for this past year and this past decade at that has been monumentally significant and sacred. We, your guides, wish to serve you and invite you to connect with us and deepen your spiritual roots and experience through your physical vessel incarnate. You are safe and known here in time, in spirit. It's talking about your spirit as well. In the ethers. Through meditation, stretching, crystals, and many other means, you can follow your divine compass to a place of peace, home, growth, and wisdom. We are always with you and appreciate our experience here, as do you, with soft eyes that look. Okay. There's a message here about how some of your guides are at a great distance from you. And when I say a great distance, I mean they're quite different than parts of you. Okay. Let me look at the other chimes. We have thoughts. We have busted. We have thoughts again. Yeah. Thoughts is coming up, being highlighted, okay? I'm seeing also, with the colors, the white and the red, passionate thoughts, and then, like, pure thoughts of innocence, purity, freshening, sort of like fresh newness, clarity, spiritual thoughts, the higher chakras, like the chakras above the crown chakra, actually. Okay, so I do think there's a message here kind of balancing your thoughts. We have the sage wand showing up here. For some of you, burning herbs may help you connect to your spirit guides, help you cleanse off negative energies or stale energies, or just cleanse yourself and your environment. Prepare for the new year, the new decade, moving forward. You have a star. You have 3. You have the most chimes out of all the other cards, pointing you towards the stars, pointing you towards other galaxies, stars, other planets, extraterrestrial stuff. I feel like, having read your letter too, y'all did not come down here just for, like, you did not come down here just to be here in existence. And your spirit guides are part of your team. They're a part of you. So, like, your mission, and they're, they're connected. Sometimes it's their mission too. They may have their own stuff they're doing, and, like, it's hard to explain. I feel like your spirit guides and you have common intent and mission and divine purpose and reason for being on this planet. Like God, source, creator, goddess, whatever you want to call it, and your higher self, your guides, you're here with intent and strong reason and purpose, and you're no fool. You've been around. You've been around to different planets. You've been around to different star systems. You have sort of an old soul, but at the same time, I feel like able to, you have wisdom, but you're able to cleanse it and refreshen your soul so that you can have like vitality and youth within your soul sometimes too. Um, you could be twin flames, divine counterparts, definitely star seeds. So, okay then. We have a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern. This could be talking about the months of September, October, November for some of you. But I also feel like it's embodying an energy. I do feel like some of you will only get the full message if you do like a Google search of spiritual, metaphysical, magical correspondences for pumpkins or like meaning of pumpkin. There's an energy of nourishment for sure being said, communicated through the pumpkin symbol. Um, Prosperity, abundance, but it's like it's true abundance and true prosperity on its deepest level. You know, we have Halloween, Samhain, when the sun is in the sign of Scorpio, which is deep truth, deep hidden truths, underlying things that you don't always need to know. It's not even always beneficial for you to know because it's the underworld, but it's sometimes very foundational. Just give me the messages I need to tell them. Um, okay. There's definitely movement being spoke of here, forward movement, right? So for those of you who are wanting to change living, like your location, I do feel like you're on the path to that and your guides can help you with that, your home environment in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe it's some other goal. Okay. There's definite reference to this year, which didn't come up with the other piles, actually. The coming year, which is a 4 universal year, did. But this year is being sort of highlighted in your reading for some reason. So I feel like that maybe there was great significance to this year on more than one dimension, you know, not just on the physical earth plane, but for your spirit guides as well. They are talking about the quality and quantity of your thoughts. Are you overthinking things? Are you getting too passionate? Are you getting passionate enough? Are your thoughts like being activated with passion? Um, are your thoughts pure? Are they coming from a place of tranquility and rest, meditation, of spirit? So your thoughts are important and they do matter. And you're able to manifest using them, I feel. Star energy is also very highlighted in your reading. I apologize that it's gotten dark. It's very highlighted in your reading. You're definitely connected to the stars. So, like, charging yourself under starlight, wishing upon a star, stargazing, communicating with the stars, using stars in your visualization. Very important. Your spirit guides may also choose to communicate to you with symbols through stars, give you signs through the shape of the star. Could even be like a star with a circle inside of it here. There's a lot of energy available. Like you can tap into source energy for sure. And I'm not sure what this busted thing is about. I kind of want to clarify it. I'm also picking up on some spirit guides connected to flowers. I think they might be fairies or like flower spirits or something like that. There's nature spirits. There is the month of September and August and October and November being highlighted for some reason with your reading too. The sun, this sun, solar energy, the sun, stars, so predominant in your reading. Okay, fire. I would say be careful and mindful with fire, like if you're burning herbs or candles or anything like that. Just mindful and careful, because you don't have to exert a lot of will or energy to, like, it's very strong already with you. Okay, so you don't have to overexert your energy at all with that. It can do miraculous things. If you're into candle magic or you light candles for meditation or burning herbs, I'm just saying it can be very powerful. Very powerful. Really help you connect deeper with your spirit guides as well, I think. There is a message here for some of you about blocking out external distractions, music potentially too. Do you want to hear the messages that they have for you? Are you ready to hear them? Please nourish yourself, keep yourself grounded, eat foods that ground you, whole foods, plant-based foods, things that are hearty like squash, potatoes can help ground you, sort of barks. Eventually forget. You're not forgotten, okay? There might be some trauma or something that you want to eventually forget. I'm not sure what that is all about. And it's really interesting to see the ghost and the spirit card come up too. I feel like maybe you guys are really spiritual people, or you're expanding your spirituality as we move forward. Okay, so that's going to wrap up and conclude your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and be well.